Full morning, the 8th day of January 2025, and we are hoping that you're going to be a part of this program from start to finish. It's front page review, so we bring you what is on the front pages of some of our national dailies and expect you to lend a voice to the national discourse. Okay, so we're going to begin this morning, but let me remind you anyway that after reading out these headlines, we're going to join Rufai to give us his own thoughts on the headlines. Then we'll have our guest in the house that will x-ray some of these headlines with us. Okay, so let's start with what is on the Punch newspaper this morning. Punch leads with tax laws. 5 trillion naira value-added tax windfall for states as new formula begins. So states are going to make more money in the coming days. So let's see how it's going to pan out. Will the common man be affected by this windfall to the states? Let's see. Police urge caution around rivers, swimming pools in Oyo. Let's take a peek at that headline. The Oyo State Police Command on Wednesday night advised residents of the state to exercise extreme caution around rivers, streams, dams, swimming pools, and other water-related facilities to prevent accidental drowning. A statement released by the State Police Public Relations Officer Olayinka Ayonlade, I hope I got that right, in Ibadan, the state capital, also admonished church owners and religious organizations, particularly those whose worship centers are close to rivers, streams, or other natural water bodies, to take proactive safety measures during religious activities. Okay, I don't know why they're making it sound so scary that your rivers and pools are dangerous or what. Anyway, to be forewarned is to be forearmed, or like Zebediah would say, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. All right, so be careful, and not only in this period of the Yuletide or the New Year. We know that in February on the 14th there will be Valentine. So if whatever the reason is, I'm sure by that time also you still need to take caution. Whatever it is, be very sure that someone who can rescue you in case of any mishap is around before you attempt to go into a swimming pool or a river or anything else. We also have cooking gas stabilizes around 1,000 naira per kilogram as supply improves. So wherever you are, tell us what it costs in your area. Let us know whether what the federal government is saying is true or not. 1,000 naira per kg of cooking gas. Is it the same thing where you are, or it's not? Okay, we also have court orders for forfeiture of 57 properties linked to Malami and Sons. 57 properties linked to Malami. In another story, it is said that it's what, about 200 and something billion naira of properties, what of properties. Okay, oil prices fall as Trump eyes Venezuela's $2 billion crude. Okay, I'm sure that will affect our budget very, very drastically. Togo, Niger, Benin owe Nigeria 25 billion naira for electricity. That's according to NEC. 5 billion. 2027 presidency. Obedience back Obi as Dirty Eyes LP ticket. All right, let's move from Punch to the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard leads with 2027 PDP faction to hold talks with Obi and Atiku. Interesting. Bandits, headsmen killed 9 farmers, National Park operatives in Oyo, Benue. Heavy taxes, low wages, rising debt, threats to nationals or the nation's stability. That's according to NLC. Okay, 2027 hunger hardship will lead to APC's defeat. That's according to Oyo ADC leaders. Everybody's saying the same things. Tax law won't hurt poor Nigerians, ex-Senate leader, Lagos APC. So maybe you have to read that to know what explanation he gave, that it's not going to hurt the poor in Nigeria. On the Nation newspaper, the leading headline is Tax Laws Effect on Workers. Oshimole Ajaero differ. Obi's ex-running mate slams ADC members as disgruntled, and the EFCC vows not to bow to blackmail, pledges fairness. Very, very interesting. let's go to another newspaper. This time it is the Guardian newspaper. How I reformed labor to end CIA KGB influence in Nigeria. That is Obasanjo talking. The ex-president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, is the one talking. How he reformed the labor to end CIA KGB influence in Nigeria. That will make for interesting reading. So just grab a copy of a newspaper and read. Okay, so from there, we go to the Sun newspaper. The Sun leads with tax laws will worsen poverty. NLC warns federal government. And we also have 2027 Rainbow Coalition will produce all elective position in Rivers. That is according to Wike. Some people say he has no party and so he cannot talk, but he's still talking, he's still breathing. Political breath is still in his lungs. Old Oyo National Park attack. Police deploy more personnel. Confirm killings of 5 rangers. This is on the Daily Post newspaper. Malami alleges plot by DSS to rearrest him in Kuje prison. Nigerian government announces duty waiver for personal vehicles temporarily imported. Okay. Nigerian government announces duty waiver for personal vehicles temporarily imported. You want to know what that means? Okay. Go to the Daily Post newspaper. It's one of the headlines there. Let's just take a final newspaper before we join Rufai for his thoughts. YOB may not get ADC presidential ticket is what is there according to Dati. You know, you remember Dati, the running mate for Obi when he was in Labour Party in 2023 election. Suspend tax law implementation now, NLC tells federal government. That's the leading headline and in the Daily Trust newspaper. Okay, so these are some of the headlines and there are more. If you grab a copy, you'll find them there, or you just go to your device and see what the headlines are on these newspapers that we've read out the headlines from. The Punch, the Vanguard, the Nation, the Guardian, the Sun, Daily Post, and Daily Trust. These are some of the newspapers that we brought to you this morning. So let's join Rufai now for what he thinks about the headlines of today.
A couple of stories making the rounds today. Finally, Justice Wite has granted Malami bail. But the justice was also saying that lawyers should be aware that any lawyer that tries to come and bribe, that they will be met with steep opposition. I don't want a case where Justice Wite is talking in veiled references. Any lawyer that has been deemed to go and bribe, as regards this Malami case, should be revealed to the public. Let us know who did what, so that it's not about any veiled references here and there. Let us know who did what, so that we get to brass tacks. I will get to the crux of the matter. So the case has been adjourned to the 17th. We'll see how that case pans out. We'll keep looking at that case. It will be up for review. We'll analyze. We'll potentially see to it. And we ensure that it gets favorable hearing. So I'm getting some information that there will be some lawsuits based on the discrepancies on this tax. In fact, the NLC is also talking tough. I think it was just yesterday that some of the authorities went to meet NANS, that's National Association of Nigerian Students. But the NRS is trying as much as possible to get people on their side and saying no, it's not such a big deal. But I foresee a lot of lawsuits coming up as regards the discrepancy, because with what has happened, it has shown a level of discrepancy with what was even released by the National Assembly. So we've been able to settle the matter of a lot of discrepancy. But if the government said they're going to go ahead, okay, we're going to see it. We're just saying they should do things effectively. Let's see how all of this will pan out in the coming days. Let's see how all of these lawsuits will pan out and how the matter will be put up for hearing. There's been another lawsuit before now, further around this topic, but NLC is saying they should also look at this tax law. And we must get to the root of the matter. We must be able to effectively speak truth to power by analyzing and looking deeply at the issues. Because if we don't do all of this, we don't grow as a society. Our society keeps on wallowing in disrepute and in disbelief, and we keep on moving through a decadent society. So, and these are the things we need to be able to look at. So, still some stories making the rounds. The Labour Mondo is warning ADC against internal crisis, urges party to avoid a weak case scenario. To a large extent, Mr. Jelimo, there's no how that might not happen in the ADC. In a case scenario where you have about 3 people hunting for the parole of the president, and they want to be able to get the tickets, and Atiku Abubakar said he's not going to step down for anybody, they're going to have a fair game. In a case where they do not win, each of them do not win the ticket, they will go to another political party and look for their fortunes. If you don't want the scenario, it's for all of you to agree that you're going to work together and look for a way to be able to work around it. But once all of you want to be president, forget it. Let's keep defending. Let's keep saying it the way it is. And let's stop defending people because we are close to them. Leave OT alone. Focus on your legislative mandate. Abia Group replies Ojus Okalu. Yes, Ojus Okalu will throw his punches at OT. A lot of them will do because it's politics season. And as we speak, the political group that is firing back as Abba Patriots at Ojus Okalu over his recent outburst that OC was not needed for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the APC to win elections in Abia. They are doing all of this because their interest is for OT. So, the truth has to be said. OT2 is going to be facing his own challenges. I think Benjamin Kalun too has been showing some moves, although he has not come out openly to say he's going to be running. So, that's just the way of politics and politicians. So, things will pan out. But I think what really affects Nigerians the most is this story that is coming out of what the PwC is reporting, that over 100 million people will fall into poverty this year. Over 100 million people, 141 million people will fall into poverty this year. Have a hard effect on Nigerians. Poverty level is expected to deteriorate 62% of the population. This is based on PwC outlook. That's the sad reality, due to high inflation. So when the government is arguing that inflation numbers are coming down, but people are still falling into poverty due to high inflation, high living costs are going to push more people into poverty. While inflation is expected to ease gradually, the firm warned that the underlying cost structure of the economy will limit meaningful affordability gains of households. Food accounts for 70% of total consumption among poorer Nigerians. And that's why when the MBS was doing their statistical rebasing and they wanted to put food at 40%, less than 50% of the weighted average, I knew that they were doomed to fail with those calculations. The World Bank noted that the absolute number of people living in poverty has increased from 81 million in 2019 to 139 million in 2025. Meaning that nearly 62% of the population now live below the poverty line. Earlier estimate shows about 150 million Nigerian in poverty, rising to 129 million, and about 14 million people fell into poverty in just 1 year. So because of the state of play of economy, more people will have their problems. More people will fall into poverty. They're going to have more poverty becoming the order of the day. One will have thought this will have been a problem politicians would think of solving, but for them, it's none of their business. It doesn't concern them. They don't care about things, and that's just it. Ex-Army Chief Yahaya takes legal action over alleged terrorism financing claims. So, if you remember, I think there was an article written before now that indicted him, or he was doing an interview with General Danjuma Ali Kefi, and it was subsequently amplified by Sahara reporters that it funded terrorism. But Yahya, acting through his legal team lead Mohammed Yakosam, has issued formal demand notices to Ali Kefi, Arise TV Sahara reporter, what he described as defamatory interviews, report, and publication. Demand notices dated 17 December 2025 gave the party 72 hours to retract the allegations, issue unreserved apologies, and immediately cease further publication or dissemination of the claims. Yaya's decision to seek legal redress is not only aimed at protecting his personal integrity, but also discouraging the spread of unverified allegations capable of eroding public trust in national institutions and individuals. So that's one of the stories making the rounds today. Obi is the shortest bet for ADC in 2027. That's what Uwodo is saying. But it's not about just saying Obi is the shortest bet. Will he actually get the ticket? Labour Party intact under my leadership, Abure insists. Question is, let's see if Labour Party is still going to have that kind of appellation now that Obi has gone. I'm sure Abure will now see that it was Obi that really brought a lot of traction to the Labour Party. In fact, nobody even talks about the Labour Party that much again. Nobody even talks about contenders there again. So we'll see. Apprehension grips residents as suspected terrorists. I've now moved to Oyo State now, and we hear that in Orire local government area, following deadly attacks by suspected terrorists at the National Park Service in Oloka, which reportedly claimed lives of many personnel. The attack occurred at about 9 p.m. on Tuesday when heavily armed gunmen stormed the National Park facility under the cover of darkness. It's a very sad one, and it speaks volumes about the state of play, the level of insecurity in our country. That's just it. They are now coming out to say that they've settled the matter between Osime and all of that, but we've not seen a public apology. There are any idea to be able to put the matter and say, oh, he has apologized, that the matter has been settled. We're not talking about settlement. We demand a public apology once and for all, which is not a hard thing to do. And the earlier all of them do it, the better it is for them. That's just it. Pure and simple. I think this attempt to impose a visa bond on Nigerians is just very sad. So for business or tourist visa now, if you want to enter America through certain entry ports, you will now say we should pay $15,000 or should keep a $15,000 bond that will leave at the expiration of our visa. You see, this high-handed measure, just because we want to go to America, we keep $15,000 aside in a bond, pay to certain what's it called, authorities, I think relating to the American government, and we keep it aside because we want to enter America and come out. It's just another new law by the American government. And I think this is very draconian. This is very, very sad. So an interim for future notice have come out for Malabi's property. And when you see a lot of the properties, I just can say kudos to the EFCC. These are property worth hundreds of billions. For just one man that served as the Attorney General of the country, you can see what Nigeria has become. So, and all of this happened in the government of Buhari where they say he doesn't like corruption, he doesn't like corruption, he doesn't like corruption. You can see what has panned out. Please, other people too, they should bring them out. It should not only be Malami, because I know there are other people too that did things against this country. It should not only be Malami. Properties upon properties. You see, that's an absolute level of greed. Ha! And for that year Ahmed that is saying he wants to be president, I'm not saying you don't have you have your right to your ambition, but please, let's say things that are realistic. And I have a question for him. He said he's going to increase salaries of police and other people, or what was he saying, or salaries generally in 3 folds. The question is, if he's to do that increase, I have 2 questions for him. How much is it going to cost, and where is he going to get the revenue from? I don't like people just talking for the sake of talking and other things. They just talk for the sake of politics. I like them to back it up with facts, empirical facts. How is it going to raise the revenue, and how much is that increase in the salary is going to be? How much is it going to cost? Simple.
Okay, thank you very much, Rufai, for your thoughts this morning. It's still a Voice of the People 90.3 FM, and I am Nyamkul Agaji. The program is Front Page Review. So we're now being joined by Barrister Darlington Agomwo, who is our in-house analyst, who will also be helping us to x-ray some of these newspapers. Barrister Darlington, good morning and welcome to the program this morning.
Good morning, my friend Yangu. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very fine. I hope you are as well.
I am. You say your name is above others, Abi?
Above the rest, yeah.
Above the rest? No, it's not, I'm not included.
Okay, well, I don't seek to be above you. I just want to be there, you know. Equal respect. All right.
Okay.
We're now here. Let's start with what we find on the Punch newspaper. The leading headline on Punch newspaper is what has interested me most this morning. Tax law, 15 trillion naira VAT windfall for states as new formula begins, which means there will be more money in the hands of the state governors that we hear have also had more money in their hands because of subsidy removal. I'd like your thoughts on this and how you feel this will impact on the people that the federal government says will enjoy because of this tax and all.
It is a lie. There is no truth in it. They are using it to placate Nigerians. How can you be counting money that you have not collected? Tell me. Do you know where VAT comes from? It's from product that you buy. You know, they put VAT. So if people did not buy this product, where would the money come from? All those expensive products, where will the money come from? Alcohol, who is drinking now? Who have money to buy beer now? Government is not thinking of all this. They are just making estimations so that Nigeria will say, money is coming. Is that not what they told us during the subsidy removal? They told us how many trillions Nigeria is going to save. At the end of the day, where is the money? Look, I cannot fall for that cheap propaganda. So you are going to fund our budget with the VAT, Abi? Is that what you want me to believe now, Django? These people, they don't know anything. I'm telling you the truth. They don't even know how to tell a very clever lie. Look at the VAT. You are going to make such an amount of money from VAT alone, no? VAT. And so you want me to believe that it is not possible. Let them open their books and let's see.
15 trillion, 5 trillion VAT windfall. Okay.
Whether 5 for 15 is not possible because the disposable income in the hands of Nigerians have reduced. Is it not people that will generate this 5 trillion? Just tell me, is it possible? Who is buying all those products to to start paying VAT? Or did they pick VAT on the streets? Go to all the supermarket and shopping mall. Some of the products in their shelf have been there for 1 year. Nobody's buying, nobody's buying. So where will the VAT come from? Go and ask the breweries. The consumption rate has reduced. People are looking for garri, rice and yam. That's what they are looking for to eat. Nobody is interested in buying product that they will pay VAT on it.
Okay, the oil prices have fallen because Trump is eyeing Venezuela's $2 billion crude. So I don't know how this will impact on our budget, especially the 2026 budget, because the oil benchmark will be affected, and that means financing the budget will be a problem, don't you think?
When there was no Venezuela, what happened? Yambu. When there was no Venezuela, how did your budget be fair? You see this government, that's what they tell us now. We couldn't make it because America went to Venezuela and picked up one drug pusher there. And so the oil price is this and that. They will give the excuse. When there was a boom, what happened to our economy? Please, somebody should tell me. Remember during COVID-19 that Saudi Arabia made more money than the god of Mammon. The UN and everybody was asking Saudi Arabia, how come? Are you the only one? They made a humongous amount of money from the windfall. Where was Nigeria then? Please, somebody should tell me. Is it not the same oil industry that you are looking for 210 trillion naira? About it today, nobody has bothered to explain to Nigeria where that money is. With the recovery of that money, Nigeria don't even need to pay tax in the next 30 or 40 years. All our universities can be funded. Our youth can go to school from primary to university without paying 1 naira with that kind of money. And as we talk today, some people have shared that money into their pocket and bank account, and nobody's no explanation. And you are telling me, so I should not say it's true because of Venezuela. It's true. I should sympathize with government. They don't have revenue. The one you generated, have you not stolen it? Let somebody explain to Nigeria, where is that 210 trillion naira? Up to today, there was no explanation, nothing. And you are telling me you have a government.
Okay. Well, now the Labour Party and some other people in the National Assembly have differed on the impact of the tax laws, the effect on the workers. Some are saying that it's going to be a windfall for workers and the people of Nigeria, and Labour is saying that it is not going to be like that, and Labour is saying that it will cause instability. Where do you stand in this thing?
Of course, you see, Sumonu, thank God he's still alive. I am expecting Sumonu to call this man called Ajero and teach him some lessons. Ajero doesn't know what it means to be a labor leader. If you have a labor leader, the government will not be doing most of the things they have done so far. All these noise is making now, to what end? If you have a labor leader, government will not take some of the decisions they are taking. They won't even try it. The labor leader will shut down Nigeria. But can a judge do it? No. You can't eat your cake and have it. When you were romancing with government, you don't know that you are losing your respect, Abi. You don't know. He's just making noise. It is now he knows that the tax law will affect on the Nigerians, Abi. It is now he knows. I keep asking this question. Yambu, do you know one tax institution that the same person introduced in Lagos State called Alpha Beta? Please, was Alpha Beta or is Alpha Beta a success story in Lagos State? Tell me, is that institution, is it a success story? Because they are going to use the same templates on this same tax. So if it was a success story, why didn't Oyedele copy it? Because I remember what happened with Alpha Beta. The managing director got tired of the fraud they are committing, and he carried their file and go and dump it with EFCC. And when they were after his life, he had to run away to wherever. Eh? Why is nobody asking question about Alpha Beta? Lagos State government, you just kept quiet. And they are sucking the resources of Lagos State. Eh? So tell me, if the same person that introduced Alpha Beta is introducing it in Abuja, what is the difference? You will never know the truth until this will start happening. You will not know what we are talking about. Eh? Why is it that nobody wants to explain to us where is the 220 billion naira? Yamgu, why is nobody talking about it? Is it not a serious issue for Nigerians to ask? And you are going to collect tax. They want to add more money to the one they have, nothing else. Nothing else.
It's just funny that all this was said during the presentation of a book by the Somonu that you just called now. He wrote a book, Organize, Don't Agonize. And Oshimole was there, Ajero was there. Both of them eventually are labor leaders. Oshimole was a labor leader and very outspoken, I must say, in his time as a labor leader. Ajero is the current one, and the Somonu that you mentioned is the first NLC president of Nigeria. But they were saying from two sides. Oshimole maintained that it's not going to affect the workers, especially the minimum wage workers. And I'm asking, minimum wage, how much do they earn?
Yanku, you know it is a season of lies and propaganda. That is the foundation of APC. So everything they want to do against the public, they will introduce propaganda, lies, deceit, just to have their way. They will send out their henchmen, social media rats to go and convince the people and tell stories. I ask again, the subsidy they told us all the stories in Yamguru. What happened to that subsidy? How did it benefit the same poor that are telling us now that this tax? You don't even understand. If you are taxing the rich who are already overburdened, how can their own resources trickle down to the poor? There is no rich man in Nigeria that doesn't have 3 or 4 families in their family that they are assisting. 2 of us. So if you are now overtaxing the rich, how will they have the little things they can give their poor family members below? You can see now. They are not thinking. They are not thinking. I'm not joking. They are not thinking. Telling me benefit the poor. The subsidy did it benefit the poor? Let us start from the beginning, from the known to the unknown. At least we are known now where the subsidy left Nigerians. So if that one did not succeed, is it your tax that will succeed? By the way, the poor are already down. So which other benefit, all the so-called palliative and all that, did you leave them out of poverty? You give them 5 kilograms of rice that will not last a week. And so after that, what happened? Are they giving them again? You can see how this government thinks. They have nothing to offer except to fuck Nigerians. That is what APC came to do. And everybody is seeing it. In the history of this country, Yamku, we have never lost that kind of money. 210 trillion naira under a government. 210 trillion naira. Just sit down and think of what this money can do to Nigerian economy. That has not disappeared like that, and nobody is offering explanation. And that's not the only money. And you are telling me that this government came to better Nigeria. In what way? In what way? With all the subsidy, they are still borrowing money. They are still borrowing money. So there is no hope here. Nothing. Nothing to cheer. Let nobody be deceived. Nothing to cheer. It is that will not help you. Which is that? From who?
Okay, now it seems like we are between the devil and the deep blue sea.
I am telling you.
If this money comes now, like they're saying, if this money comes now, from the experience we've seen that the money goes to, the subsidy money according to the federal government goes to the state governors, and we don't seem to see anything that the state governments are doing. Do we say they should now keep this money with the federal government and use it to do the things that we need? Or they should still give it to the governors? So where does this money go?
Good. Good. Let me tell you, this federal government is very, very deceitful. Very, very, very clever by half. Let me tell you. You see the subsidy money that they are now using to blackmail the states. You that is collecting the larger share, what have you done with your own? Yambu, why are these people thinking that they are the only one who knows? I am now convinced that nobody, these people, I don't think that there is something they have upstairs. They are not thinking. You that is the federal government, with the humongous amount of money you are collecting from FAC, if you start doing something with it, the states they will fall in line. You cannot use it as an example. Imagine what will happen if the federal government were to use their own FAT allocation, do all the hospitals into world-class standard, do all the schools, federal government schools, into world-class standard, do all the roads and all that. Then they cannot let the states. Look at what we are doing. Then in your own, what are you doing? Please, my brother, is that not a good example? So do your own and then let the states. We will not use it to talk to them. But when you are not doing anything, you want to throw the ball in the backyard of the states. Meanwhile, you know why you are giving them that money. It is never for any development. You know. That's why you are not even hard on them. You can never, because you know why you are giving them that money. If you are giving that money for development, why are you not on their toes? Why are you not trespassing them? All the APC states, let them use it as an example, so that people will know why they are running into APC. Let them use it as an example that look at all the APC states, so they are now paradise. Things are working, the roads and everything. So that when you are running into a decision here, because they are doing very well. Is that not true? They don't know anything. They are deceiving Nigerians, not me. And unfortunately, most Nigerians are too gullible and psychopathic. That's what they are doing. Because these are questions you should ask them. Every time, go and ask your state. You, uncle, are you not collecting money? What are you doing with it?
Well, you just said these are questions that we should ask them, and I think we're asking them, what else do we need to do? Because I think these questions are being asked. Or do you think there's another avenue to ask these questions?
We are not asking. No. We are not asking.
Yeah, that's the question is, how should we ask?
They should go and occupy Freedom Square at Ojota, the same way they did it to Jonathan. All those people that wanted to save Nigeria, the reason to save Nigeria have come now, and you are not seeing anybody. You can see that this thing was all about defeat. What is going on today? Did it happen? No, what did not happen under Jonathan when they chased that man out of office? Now the real problem is here, nobody is talking again. Remember when they went to Ojota? You saw what they did. On the 5th of January, I was at a TV station at Ketu to discuss that subsidy removal that Jonathan was talking about. 5th of January 2012, I was there with the editor of Nigeria News Direct and one other Hausa man. As we were discussing it, some people come to the gate of that TV station and they were calling their name, shouting, that man where we are suit. And I look around and say, I'm the only one wearing suit here. That program ended abruptly because they wanted to pull down the gate of that station to come and kill themselves and not me. They carried us out of that station with their OB van. I was lying on the floor until we left. It was later that the editor came to collect his car. This same subsidy, and now they have removed it and everybody came. They removed it 3 times. 3 times under this APC and nothing to show. Nothing to show. And now we are looking for 210 trillion in the bargain. In the bargain, 210 trillion in NNPCL. No other institution, NNPCL. And the managing director could not account for that money. So what is the removal all about then? What is this all about? No, leave this to me, Gary.
Unfortunately, all those people that were occupying everywhere in Nigeria are in government. So.
That is their head now, you see. So all the noise is all about what is in it for me. What is in it for me? You can see. None of them is patriotic enough to say the truth. None of them. When they give them funds from the master table, they will shut up. And now see us as the bad people, unpatriotic citizens who don't want Nigeria to move forward. Shame on them, including the clergy. The clergy. That is why God said that judgment will start from the house of God. All those men of God, I don't know what to call them. Can they beat their chest and claim that they are men of God? Those who are part of this deceit, this fraud, who cannot come out and talk, like Elijah them, Isaiah them in the Bible, who will go to kings and tell them, look, God will say you must do this, or else this one will happen. Can any of them go to Asoro and issue order? Since they are men of God. Rather, they will look at the innocent, gullible Nigerians to deceive. When they come to church, some of their prophecy, they will tell you, all the women in this church, God told me that in 9 months all of you will deliver. They say, hey! Is it not 9 months pregnancy that you deliver? Is that prophecy? These are the things that are using to deceive those who want to deceive. The real issue concerning Nigeria, they will not talk about it because they are collected money. Men of God.
Okay, let's go to where we have 1 week, 1 trouble. Rivers State. 2027 Rainbow Coalition will produce all elective positions in Rivers. This is according to Wike, that so many are saying has no political party. But he is wielding his influence in Rivers State, or at least he's saying that he still has that kind of influence. So do you think the powers of Wike and anybody who is that, like he is, will hold sway in 2027?
Wike is like a deaf man who is still dancing on the dancing floor while the music has stopped playing. I don't think Wike is intelligent. He has just exposed himself and the weakness in him. All along, he was just making noise because the federal government under Tinubu was backing him. Now that the APC have left him, I can now see the wisdom in him. He has nothing upstairs, seriously. The way he's talking, the manner he's going about it tells me that Wike is not intelligent. And very soon, very, very soon, EFCC will knock on his door. Very, very soon. Let him go and ask Malami. EFCC, because this confession he's making now, is even embarrassing the APC. He's telling the whole world how APC rigged the election in Rivers State and how they stole Rivers State money to finance the election. He's just telling it openly. So this guy is embarrassing APC, but he doesn't know. And the APC people are taking note. Imagine how intelligent going for a thank you visit 3 years after the election. You can imagine. You think that Rivers State people are stupid people? You think so? People hate you in 2023. You didn't go and thank them. It is not that you want to use them again. You are not going around to thank them, Abi. Imagine a wise man. Can you just imagine? And he's paying money now for crowd to follow him and all that. You know when I know that Wike has crossed the red line, it was when he now speak on the National Security Advisor. He forgot that Nuhu Rubadu is in the charge of security in Nigeria. He has forgotten. That man can order the withdrawal of all those policemen and all that from him. And let me see what he will do. All the noise is making, all the privileges he's enjoying, APC can withdraw it from him. And there is nothing he can do. So all this noise that he is not the only one who helped Tinubu now. He's not the only one. Mahmoud Yakubu helped. In fact, Mahmoud Yakubu did the greatest job for Tinubu. Did you see him talking? He has collected his ambassadorial distance. And he kept quiet. Why is the Wike making too much noise as if he's the one that installed Tinubu? No, tell me. The annex chairman that did the greatest job, is he making noise? And now we think that when he exposed what they did, people will clap and sympathize with him. He didn't know that he is demarketing himself as a betrayer. Nobody wants to touch him. He can't go back to the PDP because he destroyed it. And any other party he go to, nobody will trust him. This money that he used to make noise, EFCC is going to look into it. Let us see where this money is coming from. Since he doesn't know anything, every time he's making noise. You were here one weekend told us that his father was the managing director of all the company in Nigeria. Now, I messages them when you were going to school and all that. While you were making this one man called, one senator called me and said, come. My boy, come. Are you not this same boy who was washing my car? And I was paying your school fees. So where is this noise that your father is the first Dangote and what? So if people, they don't know that their records are there for them, waiting for them. You are making, before you became governor of Rivers State, what was you? Who was you? Every time you're making noise. He paid for this, he paid for this. Is it your money? Is it your money? Are you the only governor of Rivers State? That's why people just indict themselves. Wike is a candidate for Kirikiri, the way I'm looking at it. He has just confessed. EFCC don't need any investigation. Wike has just confessed of all the atrocities in the real estate. Not nonsense.
Question is that, do you trust EFCC to do their job? Because
no,
this is the same EFCC that swore their headman swore that he was going to resign if he doesn't prosecute a particular individual. Now that individual is trying to contest election in 2027, and EFCC is saying he's still very much not guilty until proven otherwise by the courts.
Now let me tell you, Yangu. Now that the National Working Committee of the FCC have issued an automatic Tinubu, choose between us and Wike. Will Tinubu choose a week against National Working Committee? Only the State cannot make a Tinubu the president. I hope you know that. Now, if we can continue with this rascality to be a member of PDP and is giving order to APC people in Rivers State, is that not embarrassment of his own? Tell me, will APC support it? You are in PDP and you are telling APC what to do in their own state where Fubara is the governor. Can it ever happen? Look, there is a proverb in my place. They say when a deity becomes too troublesome, the owner will now remind you of the tree that carved it. If a wicked continues with this rascality and the wide mouth and vulgarity, quote me, EFCC will come after you because they have finished with him. APC has finished with Wike. It is a strength force because Fubara is now in Rivers State. And everything Tinubu needs in Rivers State, Fubara and all the other members of APC can give it to him. So a Wike is a strength force. That is the truth. Which coalition is he talking about? So you want to form a coalition in Rivers State, Abi, where APC is in charge. Go ahead and let me see how it will happen. I said EFCC will call on him very, very soon because the skeleton in his cupboard, they are crawling out already. They are coming out gradually.
Wow. I'm just wondering because the APC chieftains in Rivers State say they are going to abide by all the directives of Wike in 2027. So I don't know. National Working Committee seems to be talking with one voice, and the state chapter is talking with another voice.
They want to collect money from him. They want to collect money from Wike as much as they can. Tell me that the people in Rivers State will disobey what their national are saying. Is it possible? It's a question of a directive from the national body and say, look, this is what we want you to do. And if they refuse, of course, they know the consequences. Wike is a strength force. He has no power, both at the federal and the regional state now. So all those noises making is neither here nor
just breaking the law.
Have ever told you the truth? Remember what happened with this budget? In August, Tinubu came out and told us that they have overshot their revenue target for 2025. Is that not true? Then towards the beginning of December, the Minister of Finance, which you know, who is in the custody of the account, told us that in fact they are even below their target by 30 trillion.
Yeah.
So you can see now, and that particular revelation caused ruckus in the financial circle. Yeah. And they are telling you now that the 70% they are going to roll it over to 2026. Is that not what they said?
Yeah.
So if that is going to happen, that means before this 2026 budget will start running, if at all, will be towards the end of 2026. Because if you did only 30% in 2025, are you going to finish 70% in just 3 months? Before the 2026 will start running, is it possible? You know, when they say this, they think that everybody is a fool. By March now, when you ask them now, they say we didn't meet our revenue target because of Venezuela and Donald Trump. That is the next excuse. By the way, when did you start running 3 budgets in 1 year? When? Under APC. Under APC, with the subsidy removal, they are still looking for money. Please.
Things get interesting by every passing day, more and more interesting by every passing day, and I just wonder where we are going now. We also heard the story that 3 countries are owing Nigeria 25 billion naira for electricity. That's Togo, Niger, and Benin Republic, according to NEC, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission.
Meanwhile, we don't have, and they are supplying them because it's a contract that they cannot breach it. They cannot breach it. You see, Nigerian government, they major on minor. With this thing that we are doing for these countries, are we not supposed to have a foothold in those countries? But look at how these people disgrace us when our plane made a mistake and landed there. Abi? Good. The same country that is owing you. Look at how they embarrass Nigeria with that kind of, No,
that was Burkina Faso. They are not part of the people owing us.
Oh, they are not. Okay, fine. Now, this other country that we are talking about, what are we benefiting from them, for what we are doing to them?
Money.
From what we are doing to them, what we are doing for them, what are we benefiting? Just tell me. Is there anything? Are they not the one that left ECOWAS? That particular move, when Tinubu was the ECOWAS chairman, is an insult on his own. If Tinubu had influence, he would have influenced those who not even try it when he's the chairman of ECOWAS. And it let it even happen after he had left. But they did it to him with no regard, no respect. No regard, no respect. We lost 3. That is ECOWAS Burkina is under Tinubu. Meanwhile, we are doing something for some of these countries. All these Sahel states are left now. At least 2 of them. We are helping the economy. Is that not enough for you to say, look, don't do this, influence them, diplomacy. What we have here are local champions who don't know how to make use of the power they have. Local champions. Donald Trump will not make mistake of such thing. He will never. If Donald Trump will give you 10 naira, he will collect 20 naira from you to keep you in check. I said we don't have leaders here. We don't have local champions. That's why somebody will tell you that he is growing the fastest political party in the whole world. Fastest political because all the states are coming under APC, and he's making mouth with it. He didn't tell us that he's growing the fastest economy. No, he didn't mention that. Under their watch, Nigeria moved from number 1 to number 4 in Africa in our economic trajectory. That is not even bothering him when he was saying it. And he's not even telling us why they were running into APC. Criminals are running into your food to come and hide, Abi. Mention one person that ran into APC that doesn't have a budget. Just one person, one. All the people that are defecting into APC. Mention one person that has a clean hand that ran into APC. You can see now. When Oshiomhole told them that in whatever you do, don't come to us, you are covered. You know what he said? So they listen to his advice and they are doing it big time. That attorney general, if he should come out from there now and say, look, I surrender, APC, here I come, that case you will not hear it again until after the election. That's what we have in Nigeria. Still as much as we can, but come into APC. That is the mantra. That is why you will never hear who took that 210 trillion from the NNPC. That is, you will never hear those who shared them, those who told them, you will never hear.
All right.
Because it happened under APC.
Okay, Barrister Darlington, we'd like to thank you for your time this morning. We want to let you go at this point. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
It's my pleasure.
Okay, we've been talking with Barrister Darlington, and he was giving us his insight into the headlines on the national dailies this morning. We'll take a short break for some commercials, and we'll be back right after that. Stay with us.
It's time to prayerfully re-strategize for positive surprises in 2026. It will be a strange encounter with God for divine speed at the first edition of the Prayer Rain program of the year 2026. Happening live at MFM Prayer City along Lagos Ibadan Expressway. The General Overseer of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries, Dr. D.K. Olukoya, will be ministering live in the power of God. It's a special edition. Prayer Rain, Friday nights, January 2026 by 8 a.m. at MFM Prayer City. Be part of the intensive prayer to position yourself and your family for something big. Indeed, it is your year of great deliverance and fresh glory. Jesus is Lord.
Okay, we're glad to be back. It's still Front Page Review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Nyamgul Agaji. So let's kickstart this with receiving your calls, reading your messages from now till about 8:25, when we'll take another break and come back at 10:30. So let's make use of the time that we have right now. Okay, let's begin with this first caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Nyambu. Good morning. This morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is James Adas. I'm calling from Aradagu Badagry.
James, thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to thank Barrister Darlington. It's Dede Mbappe for our time. God will bless him. He has said everything all. For what he said about Wike is like what he described for Wike. It's exactly what Wike is. It's a ghost dancing when the music has stopped. That's the truth of the matter. You will see his consequence. What happened to what he did in PDP? He want to also try it in APC. APC will show him shege. Later, we will go to this prison at Abuja. He will also report there as this man is also there. He will also face his music. He will also dance in music in that prison. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's take the first message here. I would like to use this medium to commend NDLEA boss Colonel Baba Marwa, retired, on the war against drug cartels that are into importation and exportation, selling and smoking of hard drugs in the country. I want to appreciate him and every member of the agency for the good work towards ensuring that we have a safer country that will protect the future of our youth. In support of this great work, I would be glad if the agency's phone numbers and the patriotic citizen can call to lodge complaints and give information about some people that are smoking these hard drugs, even in the compound that other tenants are living. These numbers are very necessary because a complaint has been lodged at the police station, but we are told is that what we are told is that such case is not that of the police but NDLEA. Furthermore, I would like the government to employ more people into this agency so that more of this set of people involved in this bad act can be apprehended and prosecuted. The government always says, when you see something, say something. Today I have said something, so the government should do something and take action. I want to also give kudos to the Loma, as the situation of dumping of huge refuse by the roadsides are reducing gradually because the agency now works round the clock. I want to also advise the government to send out task force that would be going around to arrest people during this refuse dumping by the roadside and shut down markets that are polluting the environment with the dumping of this refuse anywhere they like. For instance, from Iduroko to Mushin Market down to Post Office Road is the worst area when it comes to dumping of refuse along the road. Finally, the price of cooking gas in my area is sold for 1,200. I wonder why the government is happy to announce that the price of cooking gas is now 1,000 naira in a country that gas is just flaring away on a daily basis. The government has not been able to find solution to it. To be sincere, the price of cooking gas should not be more than 300 naira per kg. At worst case scenario, okay, that should be at worst case scenario. Olorun Agba, wow, God bless Nigeria. Anonymous from, we know your name. So long as you say that, Olorun Agba, wow, I know who you are. Okay, but thank you for that. And about the numbers of the NDLEA, I'm sure that if you go to their website, there are numbers there. There's a way that you can contact them. They also are on X. So if you go to social media X and tag them, they will see that definitely, and they will respond. They are very, very proactive. So, and the commendation for Buba Marwa, I think he's really doing a good job. So when someone does well, we should commend him. So go to their website. You will find these numbers to call, or whatever post you make on X about these things that you're talking about, tag them, NDLEA. They are there on X, and you can have your problems solved. It's a really huge problem, I'm very sure. Okay, Mazio Gochuku, Elder General, is saying from his in Isheroshun, Wike should be told that he is not the owner of River State but political opportunist. Oji Kalu and Ben Kalu should leave Governor Alex Oti alone, not to distract him with useless propaganda. Tax law should be suspended because it will cause mayhem more than terrorism. Please release Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, Elder General, thank you for your message. And one more message before I take your calls. Good morning, VOP family. Togo, Benin, Niger owing Nigeria 25 billion naira electricity bill. The question is how? Why did Nigeria continue to supply light to these three countries up till the debt rises, or the debt rose to 25 billion naira, while NEPA caught Nigerian citizens light for owing just 5,000 or 10,000 naira? We deceive ourselves too much in this country. It is unfortunate that the federal government turned her eyes from NNPCL, where the majority of Nigeria resources is, and allow abnormalities to continue to play out in the sector, but focus on taxing poor Nigerian masses. Yesterday, 100 naira was debited to my account in the name of stamp duty, while I never do any business that involves stamp. Where is Kiari, the former CEO of NNPCL? Why is EFCC not investigating him of the money he collected over the years to repair the refineries that never worked till date? It is unfortunate. Benjamin from Shogunle. Thank you, Benjamin. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Prince Wale.
Okay, Prince Wale, go ahead.
I just want to put an observation for people.
Okay.
Who said whoever pays the piper
Dictates the
dictates
tune.
the tune. Mr. President is clever enough have created a repeat of 2023 election saga. And what how do I mean? the new INEC chairman, who is yet to perform, has been given the highest honor in the land. To let him know if he's able to do the needful expected. Look at what happened to his predecessor. End of his tenure, not an ambassador. Meaning that if he's also ready to dance to their tune, to their expectation, what he says, awaiting you. Also, I cannot imagine when you appoint somebody to perform, to do a job, and you are honoring him the highest honor in the land, when he's here to take off. It's an inducement to challenge him.
Okay.
Update his record. That's just my observation.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, you employed someone before the person does the job. You've given him the highest honor. It's like employing somebody today and then giving him staff of the month when he's yet to even assume office. What an observation. Okay, good morning. Why is Peter Obi asking for ADC ticket? And I want to tell you why Peter Obi is asking for ADC ticket, and it is because he's desperate to make Nigeria a great country. Leo from Lagos. Nice morning to everyone in the studio. What is happening in the north is similar to what is going on in the streets and bus stops of Lagos, as the Agberos, known as Turks, have taken over everywhere in the state. Chose to look other ways, and the state chose to look other ways because they are useful during elections. Be warned, please, Atiku. I'm begging you, to all the people choice to emerge as ADC candidate, because Obi is the only politician in Nigeria today that is corruption free and has not received even a kobo since he left office as governor, unlike others that are getting billions of dollars every 3 years as pensions. Obi never borrowed or owed anybody and saved enough money for the state. No plot of land was allocated to him in which no present or past governor has done. Is that not commendable? Nigerians, what else do we want when we have such a character with us? Oh God, arise and trouble those who are troubling Nigerians. Mayor from Ikotu sent this in. In the past, the president, head of state, they look forward to see what is good for the people. But today is the difference. They look at price of cooking gas, 1,500 naira per kilogram. In the past, we have price control. Nothing of such now. It's a pity. This is from Mr. Babu. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Yambo.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. God bless you.
You too.
Yeah, this is your special man, Charles, calling from Ikorodu.
Oh, thanks for joining us, Charles.
Yeah, I was your night.
It was cool. Very good.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. It's your cool voice. You will be a musician, no?
I tried once. I'm too shy to go on stage. So
you have voice like echo.
All right, let's go today.
Let's go, sir. See, Wiki is nobody. Let me tell you the truth. What is giving Wiki what I federal government mind? If you remove federal government mind and give it to Kubara, I bet you Wiki will not need any certificate. I'm telling you the truth. That is why Wiki is where there is power. And let me tell you, the right man also, maybe you see the political terrain, how it's going to be, whether it's in favor Tinubu or not. And if it's not favor Tinubu, I'm a big trouble because you are stuck on change. Even the needs of this politician in Nigeria is just cricket. So looking for how he's going to, what will happen to him in case people do not make it. That is why is causing this yabu. Or nobody will affect in Nigeria because you are stuck on many things. In 2003, old me wanted to talk him. It was Amechi that went to the secretary area to beg the secretary area to let us go and meet and beg on the other Wiki, you allow Wiki to do certain things in local government. Wiki would have been gone as 2003. I tell you the truth. I'm a River State born bona fide son. So this one is doing now. If the only thing that will make Wiki to play except PDP handed that to federal government to me, or the Calabari has disappointed Tubara. If the Tubara, the Ogoni, the Okrikas, if they are behind Tubara and look federal government power from UK is nobody. Why is he disturbing people all the time? Is he only in Nigeria? What do you want people to do for him? He betray Jonathan, he betray Abuchi, he betray he want to betray everybody is against. Is he what will I even call him again? Let people remove federal government power from Nigeria. He will not hear about it again. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Okay, callers on did I even do this? 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903 or 080 3692 9933 080 3692 9933 or WhatsApp 081 71756338 081 71756338. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Solomon.
This is Nyamgul, not Solomon.
Okay, yeah, I'm good. Okay, thank you very much. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Thank you.
Oh, I haven't heard this voice for a long time. I was wondering what happened.
I don't know. I've been calling you every time. I am calling you from Woodley sometime at Hotoro Kano here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Go
thank
ahead,
you very
please.
much.
I'm glad to hear your voice today.
Okay, tell you what. My name is Malam Bello Usman. I am calling you from Woodley.
Yes.
Yes. I want to talk about the EFCC chairman. The EFCC chairman currently is not even watching his back, and he has forgotten about Ibrahim Lamurde. At the end of all the shenanigans, all the nonsense he did, thinking that he is fighting corruption under Muhammad Buhari, at the end of the day, his secret was exposed. We know the knew the kind of EFCC chairman he was, and most of the EFCC chairman, previous and current one, we knew the antecedents. So this very particular EFCC chairman is just doing nonsense anyhow. He don't even. This is the same person that told us that if he cannot prosecute Yahya Bello, he will resign. Up till now, Yahya Bello is still having ambition to become a senator in Kogi State. He is telling us that he is still innocent until he proved guilty in the court of law. Was Yahya Bello detained in Kuje, or what is it, Kuje prison, like Malami was is today? Now, Malami, how many days that the case of Malami came up, and now we know where Malami is. Where is Better Edu? Where is Yahya Bello? Where is many of the corrupt people we know, even without been telling us, we knew that. Where are they? Then this man is telling us nonsense. The man should remember and watch his back, and by the grace of God, at the end of his term, we know the kind of person that he is. And I also thank Barrister Darlington for one thing that he said, that is not only wicked that helped Tinubu that is making us. It's true, it's not only wicked that helped Tinubu to become president, like they said. Wike was one of them. What is the name? INEC was one of them. Then the judiciary also do the final one. And only Wike is just making noise. Is it the only one person that manipulated the election for the president? So time shall tell. He's working toward his political end very soon. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Nyambo.
Thank you very much, Malam Bello. I'm so glad to hear your voice again. Okay, this message is saying, Yamgul, this tax something remains confusing. Those who payee, paying this again, that is pay as you earn, that workers are supposed to pay. Is it not double taxation? Only 57 properties. Federal government should seize more of Malami's properties. That man really did much. Let him vomit all Abacha loots returned under him. Obi and Atiku shouldn't have anything to do with Wike's PDP, as APC are about to chase him out of relevance. Instead, let them reach a serious documented decision. Trump and Netanyahu, please, you people are wasting time. People are dying daily, and it's clear federal government can't secure the people. Federal government, let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go and face the real terrorist. Where's Leah Sharibu Chijoke from East Solo? Okay, so all right, okay. I'm sure something he talked about that I wanted to respond to. Obi and Atiku shouldn't have anything to do with Wike's PDP, as APC are about to chase him out of relevance. Okay, one of the headlines said that PDP is discussing with Obi and Atiku at the moment. So whatever that discussion is, I'm sure that's what he's responding to. I don't know. I can't remember if I read that headline when I was reading out the headlines earlier on. So I just wanted to bring that out as one of the very strong talking points this morning. PDP is talking to Atiku and Obi. Whatever they're talking to them about, we do not know, but that's what it is right now. Good morning, sir. Cooking gas is 1,200 at station in Ejigbo, Lagos. If DSS still checks Malami very well, they will discover so much more than that. However, kudos to DSS, but they should do more. Engineer Augustine from Ejigbo. Thank you. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Oh, that call dropped. Callers on 0700 903 903 903 or 08036929933 or call on WhatsApp 08171756338. Those are the numbers to reach us on and to also send messages. It is a lie. A kg of gas is 1,003 in my area. Or really? Okay, someone just sent this in. Okay, federal government and the people of Nigeria. Good morning, VOP. It's gladdening to know that Malami is having a bitter taste of what he dished out to people while in power. If having 57 choice properties as alleged is not corruption, then I don't know what is. Let no one be fooled. Makinde is playing a script. There's no rift with anyone. It's all a game plan to favor APC in 2027. This is from Steve Ikelu in Maryland. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Patrick is calling from Okota.
Oh, Patrick, go right ahead.
Yeah, all the analysis that Darlington gave this morning, I think it's on point. That's one. Two, if Atiku is patriotic enough, they want to really save Nigeria and they really want to form a formidable opposition, they should go back into the in-house, discuss and agree among themselves. Learn the lessons from what the coalition did in 2014 against Jonathan. Nobody was willing to challenge another. They just felt that Buhari was the only person that was credible enough, that was marketable as at that time to Nigerians. And Nigerians were convinced. And at the end of the day, we saw what happened. The situation today has gotten worse in all the things they accuse Buhari of doing. So today, they just follow the same line. Throw away their personal ambition and put Obi in front, because Obi is the only marketable product that Nigerians are yearning for, which they prove it in 2023, and I'm sure they can still do it even more in 2027. That is my advice to ABC leadership. They should call themselves together and have one mind, brotherly reasoning that they want to save Nigeria, so that we can see whether there can be a difference. It will be at the arrowhead. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like the word you use, marketable. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Nyamgul. Cooking gas is 1,100 in my area, Abulegba. Chidi Hanacho from Abulegba. Okay, thank you, Chidi. It's close, 1,001 and 1,000. It's very close. Some people are saying it's 1,300 where they are. Okay. Hi.
Oh, no, I love your name. Are you from Calabar or Akwa Ibom?
Ogoja.
Guys, did you know this man I'm asking? My name is Tunde Shitu from Akwa. Okay. I served in Calabar 2000. And they know Ogoja, all this Ogoja to inform. I don't know if you know inform when you can pass through that place when you are going to a police station.
Yes, I'm very close to my village.
I entered there. If you go to inform village, ask for Tunde Shitu. I collect federal government award, I collect state government award because I love that state.
Oh.
If I make money today, I'm going to Calabar. Nigeria shoes Calabar makes me happy. I start there 2000. But let me go to the world because of the time.
Yeah.
The last call, Almighty God will bless you. I want to celebrate Igbo. So Almighty God said I would die. I'm tired of Yoruba and Hausa ruling our state. Atiku, all the sons of Atiku, you know Atiku very well. We need Obi for now. I want to be at Tinubu to face themselves one-on-one. If Obi stay, we will continue with Tinubu, no problem. I'm tired of Yoruba. I'm tired of this present government because you know about what is happening to Southwest. See the way it's treating us. It's a failure. Mr. Darlington, you are my mouth. In fact, if I die today, I'll be praying for you inside time. Mr. Darlington, you win my heart. Or that will fight, Almighty God will bless you. I'm tired of the way things are going on. I have the opportunity, I'm working. Things are working for me, but I pity a lot of people that suffer. The day I came out, I wanted to give somebody money, say, give your money, I'm okay. I will not the Nigerians working. This present government, they are failure, lying, propaganda, I knew them. Never about, I didn't go in the battle. You did it all. Shout out to all of them. End time is coming. That's why I like APC. What useless thing that is doing
Shitu, we have to go right now. Thank you very much. We have to
well done, my original people. Una day, my prayer be say we go make am. So far we no be lazy. Na Kudos Homes Limited say make I come tell una about Christmas and New Year promo. How you go buy